Imagine waking up at age 85 realizing you've spent most of your life chasing something you thought would bring you happiness, only to find out it never really mattered. This is the true story of John, a quiet and unassuming man who lived most of his life as an ordinary person. Neighbors, family, and friends believed he lived simply, even frugally. But John harbored a secret. He was a millionaire many times over, yet despite his vast wealth he felt deep regret, a profound emptiness. John's story begins many decades earlier, during his childhood in a small town. Growing up in poverty, John quickly learned the pain of scarcity. His family constantly struggled, and young John decided he would do whatever it took to escape poverty. That determination fueled him, perhaps too strongly. By his early 20s, John dedicated himself completely to work. He avoided socializing, friendships, and relationships, believing they were distractions. His only focus was money. His life soon followed a pattern. Wake up, work tirelessly, save everything, and repeat. This strict discipline soon bore fruit. By age 30, John had become wealthy beyond what anyone in his family could have dreamed. Yet he never stopped. He kept pushing himself, always needing more, always chasing a number. He never spent time enjoying the rewards of his labor. Instead, he watched his bank balance grow while his personal life faded into isolation. As years passed, John watched others, his siblings, friends, even colleagues marry, have children, travel the world, and create memories. John, however, remained isolated, watching silently from a distance. He told himself he was doing the right thing, securing financial safety, believing happiness would naturally follow. Yet deep down, he knew something was missing. Every milestone, every holiday, every special moment passed him by, unnoticed and uncelebrated. One winter day, something changed. John, now 85, was sorting old boxes in his attic when he stumbled across an old photo album, forgotten and covered in dust. Opening it, he saw pictures of himself as a boy, surrounded by family. His parents' humble smiles, his siblings' playful grins, a modest yet vibrant life. He felt a painful nostalgia, realizing these were the last moments he truly remembered, feeling genuine joy. Tears filled his eyes, and John finally understood the truth he'd ignored his entire life. All the wealth he'd spent decades accumulating never brought him a single moment of genuine happiness. Instead, it had isolated him from everything truly valuable. As he sat there, alone in his massive, empty house, he felt the weight of regret heavier than ever. Determined to change this, even at 85, John took the first brave step. He began reconnecting with old acquaintances, distant relatives, and neighbors he'd barely spoken to in years. Many were surprised by John's sudden warmth and openness, yet they welcomed him warmly. Slowly, he started experiencing something profound, joyful, authentic connections. But John didn't stop there. He quietly began donating portions of his fortune to charities, local hospitals, and community centers, always anonymously. For the first time, he realized giving to others brought a sense of fulfillment he had never known. Money wasn't worthless. It simply needed purpose, direction, and meaning. Sharing his wealth allowed John to experience a profound sense of peace he'd missed for decades. Yet, John's deepest lesson was still unfolding. As he began building genuine friendships, sharing meals and conversations filled with laughter, he found himself questioning the decades he'd lost. How did I miss out on this, he wondered. For the first time, John realized that real happiness never came from accumulating money. It came from sharing life with others, building meaningful relationships, and contributing positively to the world around him. John's story slowly leaked into his community. People who once thought him strange and distant now admired his remarkable transformation. Soon, even strangers reached out, asking for his wisdom. John willingly shared the greatest lesson he'd learned. Life is incredibly short, even if it feels long at first. Don't chase after numbers in a bank account. Chase after moments, laughter, love, friendship. These things make life worth living.
Check, check. Check one, check two, check, check.
John, at 85, became a powerful voice in his community, not because of his hidden fortune, but because of his heartfelt honesty about the price he'd paid for chasing the wrong things. People from all ages flocked to listen to him speak about relationships, happiness, and purpose. John finally felt fulfilled, not because he was wealthy, but because he was useful, loved, and connected to people who genuinely cared. Looking back, John always reflected with bittersweet feelings. If I could live my life again, he often said, I'd work less and love more. I'd value friendships over finances, smiles over bank statements. I'd spend more time at family dinners, birthday parties, and quiet evenings talking about dreams and fears. Because in the end, that's all we truly have. Moments, memories, and people we share them with. Perhaps John's biggest contribution wasn't his money, but the powerful message he shared. Through his story, many people began re-evaluating their own lives. Busy executives slowed down. Young professionals reconsidered priorities. Even elderly neighbors realized they still had time to create meaningful relationships. John had finally learned life's greatest lesson. Though late, it was better than never at all. He proved it's never too late to rewrite your story, never too late to make amends, never too late to live life fully. He chose to transform his regret into powerful motivation, ensuring no one else repeated his painful mistakes. Today, John's community honors him not as the secret millionaire, but as the man who reminded everyone of life's true wealth: relationships, compassion, and generosity. He remains a symbol of hope and wisdom, still telling anyone who'll listen, it's never too late to love deeply, to give freely, to live richly, not with money, but with the heart. Now, as you finish watching John's incredible journey, I want you to pause and reflect deeply. What truly matters most in your life? Are you chasing numbers or moments? Bank balances or human connections? Because in the end, those connections are the only treasures you'll truly keep. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Has John's story changed the way you see life? What lesson have you learned from his journey? Share your thoughts and stories below. Your words might inspire someone else to change their path before it's too late. Thank you for watching, and remember, every moment counts, every connection matters. Live fully, love openly, and never underestimate the power of kindness and friendship. Until we meet again, take care of each other.